At 22, Tommy Milner is just a kid, but this Rahal Letterman BMW M3 pilot drives with the composure of a veteran. He and teammate Bill Auberlin are a force in ALMS GT, finishing second at Miller and regularly ending up on the podium. Here's what Tommy had to say about driving the road and track versions of the BMW M3.
The most rewarding part about the M3 that stood out most to me yesterday driving the car on the racetrack was just how easy it was to drive, how much fun it was to drive. I have an M3 to drive on the street as a daily driver, and this is my first time on the racetrack with the car, and it was really a lot of fun. I was sort of surprised that I was able to just kind of go 100% right away with the street car, and I think that sort of lends itself well to anyone that races or hasn't raced before at all. They get in the car and just kind of feel comfortable right away. I think our M3 GT2 car, where it's shined in years past and even this year as well, is its high-speed balance, just to balance the car in general. So Miller just being a very fast racetrack, turn 1, 2, 3, that whole section there is very fast. The car is very stable, it's very comfortable to drive in those high-speed corners. You have a lot of confidence to drive into the corner very fast, and I think that'll be a huge advantage here for this weekend. Just a car that, in race conditions, even if the car isn't perfect, we have a car that's comfortable to drive, a car that can, that we can drive at 100% for every lap. Because here at Miller, if you do have one small mistake in some of these high-speed corners, then it's really a bigger deal. That our M3 is definitely, I think, one of the bigger cars, frontal area-wise, in our class. We've seen this year so far that we're not at a disadvantage, I don't think, straight lines as far as straight line speed goes, but we're certainly not the best there. And being here at Miller, even though there is that real long front straightaway, a big part of the racetrack is these high-speed corners. There's a couple big brake zones as well where our M3 does very well. So certainly here at Miller, being a fast racetrack, the top speed is important because that is one good passing zone there in turn 1. The biggest similarities between the M3 competition package and our M3 GT2 race car, really in the end, both cars really remind you of a BMW, a car that's easy to drive, the 50-50 weight distribution, which is part of that easy to drive. There's no characteristics about either street car or race car that you have to sort of watch out for or be careful of. You can just get in both the race car and the street car, feel comfortable. Now the race car obviously is more visceral. Everything happens faster, happens quicker. But you just really have the confidence in yourself driving the race car and the street car that, okay, one small mistake really isn't going to hurt you too bad.